So, thanks for joining me for 10 minutes in the garden today. I'm in a friend's herb garden in Albemarle County, just north of Charlottesville proper. And it's mid-July, and we have some herbs here that need some deadheading, as well as just a little bit of cleanup. Some of them have just got some woody sections on them, need to be cleaned out. So this is a Santolina, green Santolina, and sometimes they are silver gray. Smells very interesting. Anyway, you can see how woody it is in here. So what I'm doing right now is going to be similar to what someone might do with lavender in this area, as well as rosemary. Both of those will survive the winters here, but over time, especially the lavender, will get very woody like this, as well as what you're seeing in here. So I hope you can see that. But what we're doing, one is the deadheading. So here's a lot of the spent flowers. So I just grip those and I look to where they go back to some fresh green growth. Alright, so we're cutting that out. We'll do a few pieces here. There's a little green growth in here, but I'm not going to work on saving that. Certainly if we have the opportunity to trim back some of the woodier areas, for instance, let's see here, right here, okay, we have a whole lot of dead flowers spent. We got a little bit of green tuft here. Yeah, another section similar right here. So we have a big chunk right here that's really not being very productive, and it also turns into old woody growth back in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut that all back, so we can allow some room for some younger, fresher growth, like this. So this is just kind of sapping energy from the plant. It's not doing a whole lot. We're going to just cut this out, and we can see after we did that, there's some wood in here that's fairly healthy, but a lot of this wood is corky, which basically is not doing anything anymore. It's dying back. So that whole thing is coming out, so the plant will have opportunity to send up some healthier growth from there or from somewhere else. Just to continue to clean this up a little bit. So the other thing we're going to do, other than while we're in here, other than clipping back the dead growth, or the dead flowers as far as deadheading goes, so we're going to clean out deadwood. And so here's some deadwood here. Again, that's just happening from, some of these older pieces of wood are not really producing healthy parts of the plant anymore. And so we're taking those out. Like this piece right here. Great example. Hope you can see this. You have this pretty large piece. It's died back. It's no longer producing. It's split from the main trunk. Go ahead and cut that off. As clean cut as possible. And so a little bit more deadheading here. Cut that back. Here's a large section right here, so I'm going to take it. I'm going to really see what we have. So this piece right here, cut back to some new growth. Cut all this out. And one reason we want to do this is because typically after you deadhead any herbs, perennials, some annuals, deadheading is going to encourage new flowering, especially annuals. And so that's what we do to encourage new flowers, because that's what we like. We want to try to get as much out of plants as we possibly can, as far as flowers and as far as other stuff go, like vegetables. Flowers means fruit. Also once they flowered, and we cut back the dead flowers and the dead wood, that enables it to have more energy to go towards growing the foliage. So basically it's like, if you have something that's not working, it's just going to fester with disease and rot and so forth, and eventually it's just needs to be cut off. And then the rest of your body can do better once it's no longer putting energy to that. So plants are a lot like people in a lot of ways. When they get older, such as the lilacs and the Santolina, the rosemary, you're also going to be dealing with more wood that's not doing very well, just like on people. And so we clean that out to help encourage new, fresh growth. Let's see here. Hey, this is some of the dead wood that I'm really talking about too. You see this piece right here? This gets pruned back all the way to here. And this is a branch that has a whole lot of stems coming off of it. So several of them are dying, just as a way for the plant to clean itself. But if we speed up that process, we can keep the plant healthier and producing better. This typically doesn't, stress out plants. It just makes them healthier. Getting any of this dead wood is an opening for disease, insects, and it also takes up space. Here's a big branch right here. It needs to come out. That's just what I just pruned out right there. So this probably hasn't been done in a while. It's probably just some light detailing that's been done to this guy. But I think I'm going probably a little further back than it's been done in a while. Spend a little bit more time on it. We have time today to spend on it. No rush today on anything. We just want to make sure things look as best as possible, whatever we end up working on. So I hope you find that helpful. I hope you see this okay. Again, this type of process can be done on lavender, rosemary somewhat, any herbs or perennials that get real woody and die back or rot or start looking not so vigorous. Anyway, thanks for joining me again for 10 minutes in my garden. Please post any questions or comments down at the bottom for me, and I'll be sure to get to them, and I'll be back in my garden soon. So thanks, have a good one.